except where them hands, where them holes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying?
Some of the best advice I ever heard on YouTube, I cannot share and directly react to. I am a man who still has to go to the workforce, so if I put something that sounds crazy and a little too raw online, I might get canceled, fired, and I don't want that. But it's the truth. And how I can address it is because this is something that is talked about in martial arts. It's the concept and the Taekwondo tenet of self-control. One of the best things you can ever get in life is to have self-control. I struggle with self-control, especially in the area of eating. That is why I've always pretty much been overweight or obese in my entire life. I just got out of obesity a couple of years ago, and I have a hard time staying out of it. It really works my self-control. But I do notice that movements and techniques and things are easier when I'm not obese. They are. Anything, of course, with jumping. And that's not to say I can't do them and that I haven't done them. And it's also not to say that my health numbers, regardless of weight, have usually been pretty good, except when I had one thing that anybody can get at any weight. But that's handled now. So that's handled because I believe in Western medicine. So I do Western medicine. And I do Eastern alternative things too. I'm not going to talk about exactly what, because I'm not giving out medical advice on this channel. With the exception of this, I will say that once I stopped drinking diet sodas, I noticed that I had even more focus and felt even more on balance. I didn't realize that diet sodas were taking me mentally off balance at all until I stopped drinking them. So I'm not going to go on a soapbox about that. I mean, if you want to do it, do it. I'm just talking about what I noticed. But anyway, with self-control, it's one of the best things you can take from martial arts, because if you can control not only what you eat or ingest, whatever you eat or drink, if you have enough self-control so that you control the words that are coming out of your mouth, that which I can do, I'm pretty good at that, you can prevent a lot of fights. You can avoid a lot of violence. If you can control your emotions and have self-control, you can diffuse a lot of violent situations. You can de-escalate a lot of things. And that's actually, in the long run, more valuable than knowing how to fight. But what I found is that if you know how to fight, taking that next step towards being able to de-escalate is okay, because you don't feel insecure about your fighting ability. You feel secure enough to know that if it goes there, I can handle it, and I can handle it smoothly. Self-control also helps you to deflect and redirect when people are trying to mentally kazushi you, mentally knock you off balance with manipulation. The more self-control you have, the harder you are to be manipulated by bad actors. And the reason why I'm saying I can't just repeat the best advice I ever heard on YouTube like that guy did, because little ears are listening. Little ears can have to deal with this too, because if you're a kid, there may be a kid that wants to make friends with you because they know that you do martial arts, so they think that you're going to beat up people for them. Or they'll try to pressure you or try to manipulate you into fighting for them. Stuff that they started, they'll try to get you to clean it up and finish it up. You don't have to do that. Don't ever do that. You do not have to do that. No, don't do that. That's their mess. You let them clean it up. And if they want to try to put shame on you and make you feel bad, try to exclude you because you won't get into fights for them that you have no business doing, then they're a bad friend. That's also a life lesson that we need to know as adults, because there are adults that do that too. They may want to be your friend or be associated with you because they feel like if anything pops off, you're going to handle it for them. And you don't have to do that if you don't want to. There are people that are responsible for keeping the peace. They're called police officers. And if you're not one of those, it's not your job to go around and being superhero to the rescue. You don't have to do that. It's called self-defense. And it's also called self-control. So I'm not going to claim I have self-control mastered. I'm still working on it. But maybe you all can help me. And maybe what I'm saying can help you all. And like I said, the main things that video I saw, oh man, I really just wish I could just quote it and play it and put a link to it. But I will say this. I know what he's talking about in terms of self-control and being moderate and being strict with your appetites. And I'm not just talking about food. I'm not just talking about drink. Any type of ingestion or appetite that you can control. Heck, we could even talk about watching too many YouTube videos for that matter. You got to watch your appetites, because your appetites take you out of here. You don't have self-control, you can get diseases that'll kill you. And that's no joke. And that can happen to anybody at any age. So, self-control is probably the most important thing you can take out of martial arts if you can apply that to every area of your life. I'm still working on it. I say, let's all work on that together. Thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Please share it to people that talk about the martial arts and peace. And if you're interested in lessons or anything like that, go to my About tab. I can do online things. I've done it before. Don't have a problem with it. I just have to fit it into my schedule. And keep in mind, this is my avocation. And at most, it's made a part-time job for me. Peace.